Transformation begins not in the world around us, but within the quiet, often unsettling space of self-awareness. To truly change, we must first confront the mirror of our own consciousness, observing our thoughts, emotions, and patterns without judgment. It is here, in this reflective space, that the seeds of transformation are planted. Most people live on autopilot, reacting to life as if they are mere passengers. Yet the moment we pause and examine the motives behind our actions, the fears that shape our decisions, and the desires that drive our choices, we step into the arena of conscious creation. This self-reflection is not always comfortable. It demands honesty and courage. But it is precisely through this willingness to face ourselves, to recognize our blind spots and unacknowledged truths, that we begin to reclaim power over our lives. Each insight, however small, becomes a key, unlocking the doors to new possibilities. Without self-awareness, transformation is superficial, fleeting. With it, the journey becomes profound, intentional, and enduring. Look into your inner mirror today not to criticize, but to understand, and realize that the path to becoming who you are meant to be begins with seeing yourself clearly. True transformation cannot occur without confronting the parts of ourselves we often hide, the fears, regrets, and unresolved wounds that linger in the shadows of our psyche. These shadow elements are not signs of weakness. They are essential fragments of our humanity, carrying both pain and potential. To deny them is to live in partial truth, to act from incomplete understanding, and to repeat patterns that keep us trapped. Embracing the shadow requires courage, for it asks us to meet ourselves where we are most uncomfortable, to acknowledge the anger, jealousy, or shame we habitually suppress. But within this confrontation lies profound liberation. By bringing these hidden aspects into conscious awareness, we integrate them, transforming their energy from a source of limitation into a source of insight and power. Each shadow recognized and accepted expands the boundaries of self, allowing authenticity to emerge and creativity to flow unimpeded. The journey through darkness is not pleasant, but it is necessary, for only by walking through our inner night can we reach the dawn of self-mastery. Do not fear the shadows within you. They are not enemies, but guides. To embrace them is to reclaim the fullness of who you truly are. Transformation is never accidental. It emerges when we move from passive existence to active participation in the shaping of our own lives. This begins with intention, the conscious choice to live deliberately rather than react unconsciously. Every thought, every decision, carries the potential to align us closer to the life we wish to create, or to keep us bound in patterns that no longer serve us. The mind is a powerful instrument, but it requires direction. By clarifying our values, understanding our true desires, and setting purposeful intentions, we harness the ability to steer our lives with precision. Yet intention alone is not enough. It must be coupled with conscious choice in action. To choose deliberately is to confront habits, impulses, and fears that seek to dictate our behavior. It is a daily practice, a series of small but meaningful decisions that cumulatively redefine who we are. In this way, transformation is not an abstract goal, but a tangible reality, forged moment by moment through awareness and choice. Recognize today that the power to change resides not in circumstance, but in your decisions. Choose consciously, act intentionally, and you will become the architect of your own transformation. Transformation demands more than awareness and intention. It requires the courage to break habits that bind us. Much of human behavior is governed by patterns, automatic routines, repeated reactions, and unconscious tendencies that shape our lives without our consent. These patterns can provide comfort, but they often limit growth, keeping us confined to familiar yet unfulfilling cycles. True change begins when we identify these habits, examine their roots, and confront the impulses that perpetuate them. This process is neither simple nor painless, for habits are the accumulated weight of years of thought, emotion, and experience. Yet with persistent effort, they can be reshaped. By replacing old, destructive patterns with deliberate actions aligned with our conscious goals, we reclaim control over our behavior and ultimately our destiny. Each small choice to act differently is a victory, each moment of awareness a step toward freedom. Transformation, therefore, is not a single event, but a continual process of noticing, choosing, and acting in alignment with our higher self. Do not underestimate the power of daily practice. Breaking habitual patterns is the bridge between who you were and who you are capable of becoming. Emotions are often seen as obstacles, forces that cloud judgment, provoke impulsive reactions, or trap us in cycles of pain. Yet within every emotion lies transformative potential, a hidden alchemy waiting to be unlocked. Emotional alchemy is the conscious practice of recognizing feelings without being consumed by them, of allowing pain to guide insight rather than dictate behavior. Anger can become courage, fear can sharpen awareness, grief can deepen empathy, and joy can illuminate purpose. The key is not suppression or denial, but engagement with honesty and discernment. When we allow ourselves to feel fully, to trace the origins of our emotions and understand their messages, we convert raw energy into wisdom. This process requires patience and courage, for emotional truths often challenge the self-image we have constructed. Yet the reward is profound, a mind and heart that are not enslaved by circumstance, but guided by understanding. Emotional alchemy transforms suffering into clarity, vulnerability into resilience, and fleeting experience into enduring insight. Learn to see your emotions as teachers, not tyrants. Master the art of inner transmutation, and you will turn every moment of life into a catalyst for your highest self. Self-transformation is not a single event or a destination. It is a lifelong journey of integration and evolution. Each insight, each conscious choice, each moment of emotional alchemy contributes to the gradual shaping of a more complete self. Transformation is not merely about correcting flaws or overcoming obstacles. It is about harmonizing all aspects of the psyche, allowing knowledge, emotion, and action to converge into a coherent whole. Without integration, growth remains fragmented, fleeting, or superficial. The lessons we gain from self-awareness, shadow work, intentional choice, and emotional mastery only bear fruit when they are woven into the fabric of daily life. True evolution requires patience, persistence, and the willingness to embrace change continuously, for life itself is a river in motion. Those who stop learning, observing, and adapting risk stagnation. Yet those who commit to this dynamic process discover a freedom and authenticity that static achievement can never provide. Let your journey be ongoing, and let each day offer an opportunity to integrate, refine, and evolve. Transformation is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming fully, courageously, and deliberately yourself. Your evolution begins now. Take it with intention.